Since I arrived in Cutter Gap, the obstacles to teaching had been endless. Unpredictable weather, feuds, and the endless demands of family farming were only a few of the disruptions. I sometimes mistakenly thought that with school out, my problems would be fewer.
Hello? Miss Alice! They're calling all the way from Pennsylvania.
This is Alice Henderson.
It's a prideful day when we get us a telephone call.
Oh, yes. Please read it. He is. Well, I'll be thank thee. Oh, thank thee so much. A dear friend is celebrating his birthday. Oh, my. Oh, my. Oh.
This is unwise. Leaving at the last moment's too impulsive.
Miss Alice, I think it's fun. And besides, Mr. Scott did send you a special invitation.
You're right, of course. And I think I nearly missed it because he wasn't sure where to write to me. It's fortunate that our Quaker circle thought to telephone. I really should stay.
What are you doing?
Well, if the truth be known, I'm anxious about seeing him again. I owe so much to him. The very shape of my life. But it was 26 years ago. I wasn't any older than you. Miss Huddleston, would they accompany me to Kentucky? Oh, please consider it.
The invitation was intriguing. There was so much I wanted to know about Miss Alice but could never ask. It seemed a rare chance to see where she had lived and to meet her friends. The Great Smokies. When I left my city home to be a school teacher at a backwoods mission, I dreamed of adventure. I wasn't ready for the real challenges of life in these mountains. I'd have given up, if not for the children. I came to Cutter Gap to teach, but they show me every day that I'm here to learn.
I know I'm going forward, but I feel like I'm traveling back in time.
Was the settlement your first experience as a teacher?
Have your tickets ready?
And practically everything else. I knew nothing of the sacrifices some people make to survive. I never should have left my daughter behind.
Margaret wasn't with you?
My parents thought she'd be better off. They were wrong, of course. But the unexpected joy of working with Joseph Scott in his ministry.
He must have been a remarkable man.
He gave faith the human dimension I've not seen before or since.
Miss Alice, I hope you don't mind me saying so, but Mr. Scott sounds like everything a woman might hope for in a husband.
Oh, Christy. Ours was not a idea. The Reverend Scott was married.
The trip to Kentucky seemed to take forever. And the closer we got, the more it affected Miss Alice. I'd never seen her so flustered.
It certainly is quite a distance from town.
Deliberately so. Reverend Scott believes his community should be self-sufficient.
You'll have to walk the rest. Here!
I don't understand. That was absolutely the rudest behavior I've ever seen. Why is he making us walk, Miss Alice? Miss Alice?
I don't know what I expected at Joseph Scott's settlement, but a Negro community was not among them. Miss Alice had simply left it out. It seemed not to occur to her. But I had not known many colored people. Only our maid at home in Asheville. I felt awkward here. And very much a stranger.
Lord the mercy. Miss Henderson?
Lizzie. Oh, Lizzie. And Jim, is that you?
What's left of him?
Oh.
Miss Alice, you was a sight for my one good eye.
Oh, where are my manners? This is Miss Christy Huddleston. She's traveled all the way with me from our mission in Tennessee. Oh, Lizzie. Lizzie, look. Oh.
I ain't gonna tell you I bet you don't know who this youngster is.
Welcome.
Daniel.
Well, yes, ma'am. Dan Scott.
Does they not remember Alice Henderson? Of course, there was only 4 when I left.
Yes, ma'am. I remember you talked funny.
Well, it's good to have a legacy and to see what a fine young man there has become. Where's thy dear father? Happy birthday, Reverend.
Alice?
So good to see you. Where's that young girl I used to know?
She couldn't be here. So she sent me instead. I was so grateful to receive thy invitation.
What?
The letter about thy celebration.
So you haven't come of your own accord? I never sent you any letter.
Esther, it looks well.
I'm getting by.
Miss Huddleston, this is Esther Scott, Joseph's wife.
It's a pleasure, Mrs. Scott.
I sent you that invitation.
But why? Clearly, I am an unwelcome surprise.
There's nothing unwelcome about you here. You was hurt because you never came back. It's time you mended it.
Dr. McNeil. Thank goodness you're here.
Preacher's got the misery something fierce, Doctor.
Don't be deceived by her innocent exterior. The little torture's been feeding me spiders.
Just one. And butter.
Well, pills made from spider eggs work just as well. I'll take it from here, Ruby May.
You aren't serious about those spider eggs.
It's just humoring the girl. You look like you do a little humor yourself.
I'm at my wit's end, Doctor. I can't work. I can't sleep. Could you help me?